what is it that really makes you guys stand out, like beyond, the way you guys go about it and having that, key insight of actually listening to your employees and building it from the ground up? Beyond that, what's so different about Spokeo than any other companies doing what you guys do?
Hmm. So our positioning is that we are a data plus web company.
Okay.
So what makes us different is that we are both a data company and a web company. And let me go into that a little bit further.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I realized is that we weren't a real data company for the first 8 years, actually. We were actually a web company. We follow this idea of hacker first culture, right? A certain big company, obviously, they're on one hacker way. So they pioneered this idea of, hey, let's hack something. That's focus on the results. And how do you get there is not as doesn't matter as much, right? Let's
Sure.
get something out to the users ASAP, and then that's test it, and iterate. The agile approach. So we actually follow that, and we were very successful in actually in disciplines such as digital marketing,
Okay.
such as web user experiences, A/B testing, user acquisition. So we were very successful at that. But then we were applying the same philosophy in actually doing our own data. And by the way, all our direct competitors, they were not building their own data stack. They
Sure.
actually use a third-party API for that. So we are actually one of the only two companies in our entire space that actually own and process our own data and having our own data technology. So we were actually using that kind of hacker first approach to solve the data problems. And later I realized it was a complete false mindset because in data, you care about the beginning, garbage in, garbage out.
Sure.
So it doesn't matter how good your AI algorithm or you're using Holt Winter or Pareto MBD, it doesn't matter if your data is flawed in the beginning, right? So when you're working with data, you actually have to focus on data profiling, vendor selection, and all these things starting from the raw records. And actually becomes less important, easier, right? If you have very, very good raw ingredients, it becomes easier later down the road. So it's actually of a flip of the web culture, the hacker first culture. So about 4 or 5 years ago, we realized this mistake, and I started the initiative, what we call a data focused culture, right? Don't lose the web mentality, but at the same time, you have to not be chauvinistic, and you have to actually focus on the beginning as well. So that's what we call the data first, data focused culture, data focused initiative. And ultimately, that's what makes us different is that we are both a data company and a web company. We not only know how to build data, right, and build APIs, but we also know how to build beautiful data experiences to the end user.